welcome to another episode of NFHS Now. I'm your host, John Gillis. Today we have a special program for you, as it will be devoted to the Indianapolis 2019 World Para Swimming World Series. We are here at the Aquatic Center on the campus of IUPUI for this tremendous event. I have with me Queenie Nichols, who is the Director of High Performance of Paralympic Swimming USOC. Queenie, I'd like to welcome you to the program.
Thank you. I'd love to be here.
Queenie, what can you tell us a little bit about yourself? What is your background?
I got involved in swimming when my children were both on a swim club. We live on a lake, and I needed somebody. I didn't swim, so I needed somebody to save me. So I got involved, and I ended up learning how to swim through the program. I became a coach. I became a lifeguard. And then when we actually had a swimmer with an impairment on our team. And we started to get involved, myself and the head coach get involved with paraswimming. And so I volunteered probably 15 years ago. I started volunteering and doing all kinds of jobs within paraswimming. And then when this job came up about 6 years ago, I quit my job as a teacher. I was a special ed teacher and a special ed administrator, and ended up coming to this and love it.
Okay. We have behind us this event going on, this tremendous event. I'm kind of a neophyte to this. I really didn't know much about this, and I was talking to Sandy earlier. Could you tell our viewers a little bit about what this entails?
So World Para Swimming every year has anywhere from 4 to 7 big they call World Series events around the world. And we were lucky enough to get the bid for the one in the North America. Okay. So we've started running this about 3 years ago. It's all the athletes' times go into the rankings. And this one is really special because this is the selection event for Para-Pan American Games. So we have athletes coming here hoping to make a Para-Pan American Games.
Okay. You mentioned the athletes. So who are these participants and where do they come from?
They're athletes that swim most of the time with able-bodied clubs from across the country. So they swim in USA Swim clubs, YMCA clubs, some in high school. They train just like everybody else does. If they're trying to get towards the Olympic Games, these guys are all trying to get to the Paralympic Games. So they train anywhere from 5 to 9 sessions a week. Some of them are involved in colleges and swim for their colleges. A lot swim for their high schools. So just like everybody else, only have an impairment.
Okay. Queenie, I understand that in addition to the American participants, you have international representation in several countries. Could you tell us a little bit about some of those countries are and how many people we have from overseas?
So we have almost 200 athletes here. We have 19 countries. We have a big contingent from Mexico. Okay. Mexico always comes to our events. We have a really great relationship with them. We have people from China, we have people from Thailand, we have people from Chile. A lot of them come here because they need to get internationally classified, and this is one of the only event in the North Americas that you can do it. And so they come here for that piece too, but even when we don't have that, some of these countries still come to all our events because it gives them a chance to make times, they get in the rankings, and we have really good relationships. It kind of builds our relationships.
Okay. You mentioned there are other events like this around the country. Where are some of those, and are you involved in those as well?
Yeah, we run several events across the country. We run one in Colorado, one in New York, one in California, and then one down south in Georgia. Okay. And those are a little smaller than this one. And then we run a nationals every year. We pick a state that would like to help us out. We try to run one every year in December.
Okay. Well, Queenie, without question, this is an outstanding event. In the short time I've been here, I want to commend you and your entire group for putting this. I mean, it's got to be a tremendous undertaking to do that. I want to thank you for doing that, and I want to thank you for being our guest today.
Thank you. Thank you. I will say we couldn't do this without the IUPUI staff. That's why we love coming here. They take care of us.
Absolutely. We'll be right back after this message. Stay tuned.
You have this sense of purpose in your life now, that it's no longer about you, it's about this community that you're representing and this legacy that these girls have left behind for you, and you're going to be the role model for the next generation below you.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. how to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 12 million participants in America who take part in high school sports or activities.
Michaela Jenkins, a sophomore, Wrights High School in Indiana.
My name is Zach Shattuck. I am a graduate student. I'm from Maryland.
My name is Hallie Anderson. I'm a junior. I go to Liberty in Wentzville, Missouri.
My name is Caleb Cripe. I'm from Middlebury, Indiana. Go Hoosiers. Freshman in college. Olivet Nazarene from Indiana.
I first started swimming when I was like 7, 8. My best friend was on the swim team and I was doing some other sport. She was like, oh, it's so fun, you should come and swim. And I was like, she kept nagging me, and I was like, fine, I'll come and do it. And then I fell in love after the first practice.
I got started swimming through the World's Wharf Games. I met some people out there. I swam with some friends and I beat a couple people. And I talked to some families and they were like, have you ever heard of the Paralympics? And I hadn't, and so they talked to my parents and gave me some information. And then when I went to college, I talked to the swim coach there and basically joined the team, and he kind of got involved, got in contact with Queenie, and kind of my career went from there.
I got started swimming because my mom was afraid I was gonna fall off of my grandpa's dock at the Lake of the Ozarks, so she took me to like the little kids swim lessons because she didn't want me to drown. And I got started ever since I was 3. I just hopped in the pool and I've stuck there ever since.
My older brother was over 2 years older than me, and I was told that I'm not allowed to play any contact sport, so swimming is the minimal contact sport you can find.
I first heard it about 4 years ago when my coach came up to me and she's like, yeah, they have an open para meet in Cincinnati. And I was like, what's para swimming? I had no clue, but it really intrigued me. So I went up that May and I swam and I fallen in love with everything.
I first heard of para swimming from my coach because I was just in the water one day and he's like, hey, do you know you could actually go and do this? And I was like, what? Like, you're kidding. So I actually went up to the same meet that Michaela went to. I went to the Ohio meet. It's my first ever para meet, and I hopped in there and I met everyone. And I was really confused at first. I was like, oh my God, there's so many people here. But I got to know everyone and it definitely felt like home. Like, there's definitely a lot of people that now can relate to me. So it's just something and stuff.
When I was around 9, 10, or 11, I heard about it. I went to the Cincinnati Open meet, and ever since then I've been a part of it for now 9, 10 years.
It's really interesting getting to know other people that have different cultures, because actually some of my best friends now live in Australia and I've known them through swimming. Like, I would never ever have met them without swimming. And it's just, I always like to try to figure out hello in somebody else's language. Like, I'll Google Translate it. So I usually like to go up to them and I'll say hello or good luck or something in their language, just trying to be friendly. So it's really cool.
It's a really cool feeling to compete internationally. Done it a couple of times, gotten to travel a lot. That's a really cool opportunity. You get to start meeting people each time from different countries and kind of making friends. And it's always cool. I know people from Mexico, Norway, Brazil, Australia, Europe, and you get to meet all these different people and make these different friendships, and that's a really cool experience.
It's a little nerve-wracking at first since it is my first international meet, but I love it. Just everyone here, even though there is language barriers, they're all super nice. You don't have to know a language to understand each other in the pool. You can hop in and we can all just come together because of our differences, no matter if we are from the US, Japan, China. It's really nice.
It's really cool to compete with other people from other countries. Me, I hate leaving the country because it doesn't feel like home. So having other people come here, it kind of brings their culture to our country, and It just all blends together.
To be confident, a lot of times people will be like, oh, you're swimming, and you gotta be like, yes I am, and I'm gonna kill it. Like, you just gotta like get past the mentality that you can't do what able-bodied kids can do, and that you can still thrive in that sort of condition. So.
I think you just kind of got to go for it and kind of be able to risk it. It's a chance to just kind of start and open a new door, create a new path. I think that's for me, it was just taking a risk and saying, hey, I'm going to give this a shot and kind of see where it takes me. And it's the best opportunity I've ever had, and it's opened up so many great new beginnings for me. I've gotten to meet so many people from it.
I would say always ask questions if you don't know the answers to them. Don't be scared of asking them, and don't be scared to embrace who you are. Just because you're different and just because you're maybe don't do things like an able-bodied athlete would do, that doesn't mean what you're doing is wrong. It doesn't mean what you're doing isn't amazing. You just have to find your style, find what works for you, and just go for it. There's no harm in trying.
Really, it all comes down to the way I look at it is, I'm already disabled, so that the worst thought that can put in my head. So whatever else you do from there will only make you better. And there's nothing to be afraid of.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom. On the stage.
In the pool.
On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
You already have everything it takes to own your life. Find your sport and get involved.
I'm Gia Pergolini. I'm 15 years old. I live in Atlanta, Georgia, and I go to St. Francis High School.
My name is Julia Gaffney, and I am a freshman in college. I am taking college in Pulaski Tech in Arkansas. I'm taking those online classes.
It was the 100-meter backstroke, and that's my best event, obviously, and I was very happy. I broke my own national record, so I'm glad that I improved because I've been going, I haven't been doing the best lately, but I've been doing different training now, and I'm just happy that I dropped, and it's a very surreal experience for me, and I'm very happy with my race. The advice I would give to them is don't let their disability discourage them. I suffered through that when I was little, but I learned to overcome that, and I succeeded so much success, and I don't regret not joining the Paralympics. It was really a fun experience, and everyone's unique, and you should just do what you love and don't let other people tell you what you can and cannot do.
So I set the world record in the 100 back. It was 1:19.99, and I did a 1:19.46, and I was super thrilled. I remember I hit the wall. I saw the time and like splashed the water because I was so excited. It was just super exciting because I was just been working really hard in practice for that event, and it was really fun to see my hard work pay off. I would say you miss every shot that you don't take, and I feel like that, you know, you shouldn't be afraid. You know, I feel like you just need to be confident and try doing it. You know, that's what I did, and it's gotten me really far. And so I think just going out there and also if you're scared or whatever, I just think also you can research about it and just like learn more about it. And yeah, and there's a lot of people you can go to and to learn more about it. So
I hope more people join the Paralympic team. That's my biggest concern because it's really fun and I love meeting new people.